I was wrong, folks. I made a mistake, and I want to clarify that mistake, and then I'm going to apologize. To those of you who didn't see it, let me let you know kind of what happened. Yesterday's episode regarding Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump, a question came in from one of our viewers, and the question, I want to read this verbatim. Do you think Donald Trump victimized girls on Epstein Island? I said no. I shouldn't have. I should not have. That's a mistake. And thank God I don't make them very often. I make them, but I ask for forgiveness, and I'm going to in this case. Let me clarify a few things. I am not defending Donald Trump. I am not a forever Trumper. I am an independent. Anybody who knows me knows this. What I was saying was this. Considering now, please, folks, I'm going to apologize, but I do have to clarify this, and I clarify this in a very humble fashion because I was wrong and I made a mistake. When I said no for this reason. No one has brought physical evidence to say that Trump had inappropriate relations with a minor on Epstein Island or during the Epstein saga. But I also have no evidence that he didn't. Now, that's generally not how the burden of proof works, but I sit behind a microphone, I'm in front of a camera, and I got to tell you, folks, anyone who watches me, I take this very seriously and I try to be very responsible. And I look at this responsibility with nothing but the highest level of scrutiny. I scrutinize myself more than anyone else does out there. I said no. And again, I certainly shouldn't have, because to my way of thinking, to my 360 view of the world, there are people out there who don't dislike President Trump. They hate him, hate, deep, dark hatred. And that includes the mainstream media. To me, what I thought, and, if my wife were here, she would probably tell you the first mistake I made is that I would have thought that the victim, who was probably, I would imagine, probably close to 40 years old at this point, would be front and center making allegations, would be appearing on all major networks with her attorney suing everyone. I would have assumed, and you know what they say about when you assume, and that's another mistake, that she would be traveling on the Harris campaign every night, describing her encounter with then Donald Trump, the business person. I should not have said no. I should have said, I don't know, because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. Now, the questions and comments segment is my opinion. However, that was the wrong opinion. Probably not my place to give that opinion. And again, and let me say this now, I apologize for that. I will be better. Anyone who tunes into the Joe Rossano show, comments, good or bad, followers, emails. I try to answer all the comments myself, all the emails myself as much as I can, because I graciously and wholeheartedly appreciate every single view, every single subscriber, every single comment, every single like or dislike. And when I go wrong, I'm not too proud to come on in front of the camera in public and say I'm wrong and apologize. And again, I apologize for giving an opinion that I probably shouldn't have given. My answer should have been, I don't know, and not no. For that, I apologize again. And as always, graciously appreciate you tuning into the Joe Rossano show. As always, God bless you, my dearest friends and fellow Americans. I must say it, and I always say, please don't forget to adopt a pet, and we'll see you next time.